Hello, I'm Randall Hayman. You can see what I'm trying to do with these videos if you go to my YouTube channel and look for the video Corona Help Introduction. Because of the coronavirus outbreak, I'm using my YouTube channel to make quick turnaround videos with mathematical questions or concepts that students are having trouble with. If you are a lecturer, tutor, high school or primary school teacher, or an individual student, and you would like me to make a video, use the comments section below the video. So first year university student asked me about this, basis and dimension. I'll do this in two parts. So just to get an idea of what we mean by basis and dimension, well, the first thing I suppose, mention is that there are two concepts that we need to understand: linear independence and spanning. But what I want to do for this video is just explain it in layman's terms, just to give you a little bit of a flavour for basis and dimension. In part two, I'll go into some specific examples. So at home, I've got a bottle on the dining room table and it's got oil in it. And I've got another one and it's got vinegar in it. Now we like dressing on our salad. And what we find is with the oil and the vinegar, well, we can cater for everybody in the family. One person likes 90% oil and 10% vinegar, and it's possible to make that up with the two bottles. Someone else likes 50% oil and 50% vinegar. And once again, we can make that up. And then the third person might like 100% oil. I used to do that when I came back from Europe. 100% oil. And we can do that for basically any combination of oil and vinegar we can make up with these two bottles. Now, let's contrast that with the first situation where we don't have one of these bottles. So for example, if I rub out the vinegar, if all I've got is the oil, well, then I can't make up anything other than 100% oil. So the person who wants 100% oil is fine, but everyone else misses out. And this is the concept of spanning. We would say that the bottle of oil doesn't span all the salad dressing desires of the people at the table. So I think you could see whether it's oil or vinegar, if we have one bottle, it's not enough to span all these salad dressing desires. Okay, let's draw back the... So I suppose what I'm saying is span. It's a bit like a hand span, how far your hand can spread. That's where the spanning comes from. So we want a combination of bottles that cover all the demands of the people sitting at the table in terms of their salad dressing requirements. So span is really here, I might put here, it's really a concept about coverage. If we have a spanning set, or in this case, a spanning set of bottles, I'll put this one back. Here's the vinegar. Well, then, as we said, we can do what we want. For any person on the table, we can cater for what they want. Now, let's talk about linear independence. Let's say one of my family members, who's a bit cheeky, he says, look, this is great, but why don't we get a third bottle and it'll be half oil, 50% oil, and it'll be half vinegar. We'll buy it from the store that way. It's already made up. Now, my reaction to that is, that's not very efficient. We've only got limited space on the dining room table, and this oil and vinegar mixture, sure, it's very convenient for this person here, and for a lot of combinations, you could make up combinations by using this and then some oil and vinegar. But essentially this one here is not needed, because I can always make it up with oil and vinegar. So we would say that these three bottles are not linearly independent, because this one here is just a combination of this one and this one. So let's just rub that one out. If we now go and get rid of this, we can see that We've only got the two, and that would be linearly independent. So linear independence is really a concept about efficiency, if you like. It's inefficient to have this extra bottle. We just don't need it. It's not needed. So when we look at basis and dimension, which I'll explain in the next part, we're going to be defining basis and dimension in terms of these two concepts. Spanning, which is to do with coverage. Can we cover what we need to cover? Can we cater for what we need? And linear independence. Is it the most efficient way to do that? So that's all I've got for this video. Any questions or comments on any primary, high school or university maths, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try and turn them around as quick as I can.